Welcome to the weekly update with Truro Nissan for your week starting Monday, October the 29th. All right, so it is a Halloween week. We finally made it. We're almost all the way through October now, and we have a special guest on our show. Welcome, Constable Katie Titus.
Yes, hi, thank you for having me.
So we wanted to have Katie on for this special Halloween episode. Unfortunately, this episode we won't see Jason the technician, so no cooking tips this week. So you're going to have to stick to Katie. Nothing creative, or maybe go back through his archives and reuse one of the tips that he's already given you. So we've partnered with the Truro Police to sponsor a Halloween safety item that we'll show you here. And then really I think this would be a good time to go through just all of the general Halloween safety related things that we would want people to think about.
So for example, obviously when you get your candy, after you've gone trick-or-treating, it's really crucial and important that you check your child's candy, and children, make sure that you get your mom or dad or your parent or guardian to really look through your candy when you get home.
It's hard to stop them too. Like I know my kids, you dump it all out and then one kid's like already eating stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I see them in their bag before they've even got home having a bag of chips, but we're really zeroing in on candies that aren't wrapped, candies that may or may not look suspicious to you. If you think it's not normal, good chances that it isn't.
Yeah, I'm amazed at how often you still see like fruit or like you open up the bag and there'll be like 3 or 4 apples in there, which I get that people, like it's good intentions, right? I'm going to give kids apples instead of candy, but unfortunately in the world we live in, it's not. And
it's not to say that you really necessarily couldn't eat the apple, but remember where you get the apple. So if it's from a parent or guardian, an aunt and uncle, grandparent, odds are that it's a safe apple. But if it's an apple that you remember, well, I don't really remember where I got that apple or that piece of fruit, then I wouldn't eat it. If we're talking about costumes, you want them to be reflective. You want them to be not long. So for the little children, you want them to be like knee length. That would be good.
To avoid tripping.
And as far as masks go, you can't see through them. You can't see what's going on behind you. You can't see really what's going on in your peripheral vision. So it becomes really hard for a child to see where a vehicle is or how to cross the street because they can't see. As far as the streets go, make sure that you're on the right side of the street. Finish the right side of the road before you cross, so you're not crossing in and out of traffic. And if there's a crosswalk, I'd prefer it to be lighted, but sometimes we don't have those luxuries. So find a crosswalk that you can cross the street properly. I know you're excited for Halloween. It comes once a year for kids. It's an exciting time of year, but just make sure that you keep your smarts about you when you're out on the road, because sometimes motorists don't see you and oftentimes maybe they're not looking.
We have another part that's part of this episode where we show some of our how our vehicles complement like Halloween safety. And
exactly, yeah.
Some of the vehicles now have the ability to almost see in the dark, where if you jump out in front they'll apply brakes, but we can't assume that everything's going to be like that.
No. Another important thing on Halloween, I don't know if people really talk about it, is don't take shortcuts. So yeah, the same park that you've gone in every day and you want to walk through it, it's not safe through at nighttime. So always stay on lighted streets, lighted roads that you know. Don't go to a neighborhood that you're not familiar with or that you've never been. As far as going up to the home, if the home's not lighted, there's no music going on, Halloween decorations, it's not a safe place to go. Not to say you can't go up there, but I would advise that you didn't. When it comes to safety and going up to a house, the biggest one for me is if someone says, oh yeah, come on in to get your candy, even if it is raining or the weather's cold, don't go in, not unless it's, again, a family member, which would make it safe for you to go in the house.
Yeah, that's a good point, even if there's a crowd around.
Yeah, make sure that you are safe, but you're still having fun, because the last thing we want to do is have something bad happen. Always have a friend. So even if your friend's meeting you somewhere, if you're 10, 11, 12, the younger, 8, and younger, you should always have a parent. But the older kids, always have a buddy system. So don't go alone. If there's something suspicious later on the night, it's good odds that it is suspicious. So don't hesitate to call us, and we'll look into it. It could be nothing, but it could be something too. So always make sure that you call. For parents, map out a route so that if your child's going out by themselves, map out a route that you know and that they know, so that if something were to happen, you can say, okay, well, my child was here and this is where my child was going. So that if something does happen, we have kind of a story about where the child was and where the child could be. And again, have a time limit. That's the big one. Don't let the child just go out for hours and without a time limit, so that they're always keeping an eye on what the time is, especially if they're with their friends. As far as the lighted stuff, when we talk about flashlight, and I left this to the last point, is always have, like, if you have something reflective, depending on how the vehicle's angled when it reflects off what you're wearing, it oftentimes might not reflect off bright enough. It might just look like kind of like a shadow. So always carry something that flashes or a light, just so that the motorist can see you. So we want to make sure that people are visible. So this is a light that we have, and it has 3 settings. It has a more like a strobe light setting and a single strobe, and then just like a flashlight. So these are really important, but you can also incorporate like your own type of flashlight if you have a flashlight at home. It's interesting to see when people have nothing, as opposed to the little girl or little boy that has something flashing on them. It's more noticeable than something that's reflective, but not enough.
And these are the lights. So this is a prototype, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But so you'll be out this week, being Halloween week. You'll be out distributing these.
Yeah. So Truro Elementary and École Acadienne will all go home. Each child will go home with one of these for Halloween.
Yeah. So yeah, and we I mean, when you called and said, "Hey, do you want to participate in this?" I mean, that's, to us, it just makes sense. It's whether it's if you've seen us in the past when there's a craft beer festival, we're there providing designated driver services. This kind of stuff is, if we can help increase safety, that makes a lot of sense to us. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, there's tons of useful information there. I think as you go through all of the Halloweens in life, you probably start to kind of build up your own list of safety checks and things like that. But I mean, motorists, just slow down for one night. Like, it's one night, and there's kids all over the place.
Yes.
And kids, yeah, I mean, you may hear about your grandparents. Back in my day, we used to do these kind of things because times were different. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, that's probably the reality, right? Times were different. So
times were different.
You just got to be really conscious of things that are going on around you, and be safe. We with Halloween safety in mind, and just safety. In our case, it's motorists, right? Because we're selling transportation. I went on a bit of a drive with one of our team here, Tony Hendsbee. We took our 2019 Rogue. It was actually our new shuttle that we just had wrapped, of which so many of you have had rides in. And we went and cruised a parking lot to try to demonstrate some of the safety features that are built into the vehicle. Yeah, I know, but I'll say it now, but by the end of it, you'll know that we're not professionals, and by no means did we set anything up, because I don't even know if we did a great job of demonstrating it, but we had some laughs, and hopefully you can laugh at us too. I'll have motion sickness while trying to review this footage.
Hello everybody, Tony Hendsbee. We're just out driving our 19 Rogue SL with all these lovely safety features, which will come in handy come next Wednesday on Halloween.
We can confidently say, knowing how safe the Nissan products are, that if it's a Nissan cruising around your neighborhood, your kids are probably going to be okay.
Yeah. No, really though, it's got rear cross traffic alert. So if you're pulled into somebody's driveway and then the kids get in and go get their treats, and then they're all piled back in, and you put it in reverse, and it's dark and it's wet, it's raining, and mostly is on Halloween. Let's hope it's not this year, but if it is, that unforeseen object or person moving, that the goblin or ghost that you thought you did or didn't see will get picked up on our lovely display. Gives us an indication of how close we're getting. It gives you a sonar alert, which comes on the center of my display, and then it also does it on the camera.
Oh, can we test the pedestrian avoidance
I'm not
right
sure.
now?
If you were driving, say, doing 30, 40 kilometers an hour at a constant time, and somebody jumped out in front of you, or if a car suddenly stops in front of you quickly and you're coming up on it quick, it'll beep and then say, "Whoa, what are you doing?" So I'm backing out of a spot that I can't see on either side of me.
Yeah, you really can't.
No. And again, where she starts to move her vehicle into our area. And she got a little close, so that picks it up on the bumper.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah. So the full 360.
Wow, and there's really a lot going on too. It's giving you warnings over here, the yellow box.
some people like to call birds. Oh, see, like there's a guy walking with his groceries. Well, I'm backing up. And it's notifying. I'm not that close to him, but it's creating awareness.
All he wants to do is get his hash browns and apple pie home,
Yeah.
and now he can because we didn't run him over.
Yeah. And if he had ice cream, we probably would have bumped it.
Yeah, we would have made friends. I mean, our roads, our neighborhoods can be a little bit dark, obviously. So the lighting, the Rogue in particular has LED lights, right? So the LED lighting.
LED lighting's really nice. And then you get your, well, some people call them fog lights or driving lights, which gives you the down, low, broadband lighting into the ditches and the woods. And so when they jump out at you,
exactly.
scare you.
Yeah.
And not do anything wrong, like,
No,
throw things at your car.
They only jump out at cars driving slow speeds.
All right, so now we're going to try to go out onto the highway, and we're going to demonstrate the blind spot warning. And hopefully I do not demonstrate the forward emergency braking.
Exactly.
But I will show you what it means if there happens to be a car on the ramp and what the car does.
Yeah, I'm with you.
As long as it's activated in the system. I'm sure we've done our homework and did that beforehand. See it, well, no, now if I put on my signal light, we get an audio beep with it as well. But you notice how that turned orange? I'm going to demonstrate what the forward emergency braking does. And we get an audio beep. Your time. The kids are doing enough running as it is. They need somebody with a little bit of composure and showing the fact that, hey, it's just candy, but the thrill of seeing their friends and going on, they may not be paying attention to the traffic and objects around them. And hopefully this, if you're driving a Nissan, that the car can do a lot of that for you.
Okay, so that was Tony and I in the parking lot over at, we started Shoppers Drug Mart, and then we didn't see it. There wasn't a lot of cars to avoid there. Basically, I think what we did is we went and spent an hour in the parking lot just chatting with people that we know, really, is what it was. But anyways, as you could kind of see, we have a ton of features that could benefit you on an evening like Halloween. But in your normal driving, there's quite a bit of safety features there. This is Monday. Halloween is in 2 days, right? On Wednesday evening. When we filmed this, we looked at the forecast. I looked at it earlier, and I think it looked reasonable, but we know where we live, so it's now Monday. Check the forecast. Make sure you dress your kids appropriately.
Yes.
And change your driving habits for those that are driving. We can't stress that enough. Yeah, have a safe and happy Halloween. And like you mentioned, keep your eyes out for the people in blue, I guess. And
yes, we're there to help you, and give us a call. If you're not sure, the back line is 902-895-5351. So if you have a question about Halloween or what's going on or anything like that, you can give us a shout, and we're happy to answer your questions as well.
Awesome. Yeah, well, thanks for being a guest on I think you're actually the first official guest we've had here in studio,
Sweet.
So thanks for coming in. Yeah.
Honored. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Hopefully the coffee was good.
Yeah, it was great.
Cool. Well, so it's Monday. Go out there. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you back here in 7 days. It'll be November. Oh my gosh, November.
Yes, that's crazy.
Yeah. So anyways,
Christmas.
yeah. Hopefully the next time we see you, there won't be snow on the ground. So thanks a lot. Have a great day.
Thank you.